Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. If you observe around 13th of August, there are two major events that will happen. It starts from 11th of August and then continues until 17th of August. And these two events are the Graha Yuddha or the war between Jupiter and Venus. I will make a separate video for this, but just I want to give you a brief in this. But my primary focus is on the movement of Surya, Sun. Sun enters the fourth pada of Ashlesha Nakshatra, and therefore it is now going to cross the Gandanta of Kark and Simha, Ashlesha and Magha Nakshatra. And whenever Sun is going to cross the Gandanta, remember one thing, that this is a powerful Sun, because the next movement of the Sun is the coronation of the king, and Sun enters the Simha Rashi or the Leo zodiac sign. Therefore, wherever your Leo is placed, that area of life is going to undergo tremendous transformation. We will discuss that, and I will also give the tip about your ascendant, what this transit mean for you. But before that, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. And if you want to take my consultation, you can drop me an email. Now, around 13th of August, Venus will be crossing the position of Jupiter. Jupiter and Venus will be together in Punarvasu Nakshatra. On top of that, the Sun will be at 26 degree 50 minutes approx in Ashlesha Nakshatra, and which means that Sun is now entering Pisces Navamsha. See, this is the trick. You have to check the Navamsha of every transit if you really want to know the essence of it. When Sun has entered the Pisces Navamsha, the Saturn, which is retrograding in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, becomes the source of energy. Now, this means that Saturn, which is ninth from this Surya, wants to give you a message that now the personality, the soul wants to change its way of understanding things. The way it carries itself in the body is going to change, and therefore you will be seeing that you might face some tough situation which will ask you to take tough decisions. Obviously, those who have Sun Rahu, Sun Ketu and Sun Saturn conjunction in their birth chart, or if you have Sun in Ashlesha Nakshatra, or if you have Sun with Sun in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, will get affected mostly. If you are running a Sun Mahadasha, or if you are running Surya or Leo Chardasha, you will be affected a lot by this transit. Otherwise, this is a regular transit. Sun is going to just cross one nakshatra. The only thing is that whenever Sun is moving nakshatras, you need to understand which Navamsha it goes, and accordingly its position or power changes. With Surya going in Ashlesha's fourth pada, the soul is now aiming for the power. That means there will be power struggle in your life. You can face power struggle with your bosses, father and supervisors. In this case, the attitude should be that you have to be very humble. You know why? Because if you become aggressive, if you show arrogance, unnecessary leadership quality, like leadership quality is something that you possess, it is good. But if you want to become leader of a pack where you are not welcomed, then the next step is Sun going in Magha Nakshatra. Magha is ruled by Ketu, and Ketu is in Leo. And then Sun and Ketu will be approaching each other. This is a significant concern, especially for people who are more Sun dominated. If you are born on 1st, if you are born on 10th, and if you are born on 19th of any day, then naturally the Sun transit can be a concern here, because Sun is going to trigger the heat inside the body. Inflammation, fever, headache, body ache, over desire of achieving something, too much of passion, overwhelming thought process can be a theme to such people. So my recommendation here will be that allow the Sun to cross the Ashlesha boundary, allow the Sun to go in its own zodiac sign of Leo, and try to keep itself very humble, because when Sun and Ketu comes together, it is the soul going inward. So it is totally inward realization. It is like you were desperate about something, but when you don't get it, you end up realizing that it was never meant for you, and maybe you were meant for higher purpose. Let's discuss about each ascendant. Having a Kundli in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundi PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundli PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundli PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website. Aries. For Aries, the sun will be moving from your 4th house to 5th house. It is your 5th lord, and therefore this gives you a chance to reconnect with your own knowledge. It shows that you will go back to your own traditional roots, and therefore you are going to make significant changes in your assets. Now, if you want to sell off something for your children, if you want to redistribute the wealth to your children, this can be the time. This may trigger such kind of event in your life. On the other hand, this may also create a situation where you are facing your own fear. So my recommendation will be to go as polite, as humble as you can and chant Om Adityaya Namaha every day for at least 108 times. Sun crossing the Ashlesha boundary is also affected by the presence of Mercury in Pushya Nakshatra in the zodiac sign of Cancer. That means Sun and Mercury are causing a forming a Buddha-Ditta Yoga. But this will produce dilemma where Ashlesha is a very territorial nakshatra. It wants to win. It wants to, inflict poison. It wants to, basically wants to win at any cost. Wants to be on top, number one. Sun is your soul, your ego. So your ego can get hit by this. Balance yourself by being humble and reminding yourself that there is always a power above the highest power. For Taurus, Sun will be moving from the 3rd house to 4th house. Now this is good to relocate, to travel, but Ashlesha is a clinging energy. It's a clinging force. It wants to get associated with somebody. So when Sun is in Ashlesha and it is crossing the Gandanta, you might see that you are stuck with some power, with some person. Say for example, you don't want to be in a project, now you are assigned some project or some task which you don't want to do, and now you have to fulfill it because someone higher in the power has assigned that task. Such kind of assignment on a personal and professional level might happen for you, which may make you a little bit unhappy, but at the end of the day you will see that you will accomplish that task and you will be able to set yourself in a position where you are actually feeling happy and accomplished at the end. But because Sun can make you desperate, this can hurt your ego, you might call it a quit in between. So for a lot of people who have weak Surya in their birth chart, this can create a situation where you are actually quitting or exiting something, exiting an agreement, exiting an organization, and suddenly there might be this feeling that you no longer belong here, your soul don't belong here. You will recalibrate, recalculate a lot of things. This is something where you will have to understand that inner composition is very important of your thoughts. Basically, you have to be very cool, very calm-headed, cool-headed person without any aggravated reaction to any action, any trigger that you face. Sun Ketu conjunction can also trigger Pitra dosh if you have Sun and Ketu conjunction in your birth chart, and therefore during this time, while Sun is in the sign of Leo, praying to Bhagwan Mahadev by chanting Om Namah Shivaya and doing Pitra Puja is recommended. For Gemini, Sun will be moving from the 2nd house to the 3rd house. This is going to give you a lot of power, but Sun and Ketu conjunction in the 3rd house and then the transit of Sun crossing the Gandanta can confuse you, can lock you in a tussle, can lock you in an ego battle, can make you restless, can make you feel insecure, just because you feel that somebody might take away something from your life. In this case, you will have to ensure that you are very humble, you are listening to the elders of the family, and no point fighting. This is the time to show maturity. The good thing is that your Ascendant Lord Mercury is in Pushya Nakshatra. Therefore, your communication will be heard. But if you are speaking nicely, but your words don't carry any context or any weight, then you will be making a fool out of yourself. So in this case, you need to balance both your ego, your desire, as well as the expectations of the people, of the family around you. The good thing is that when Sun and Ketu comes together in the third house, people who want to travel, people who want to relocate, people who want to buy property at a remote distant location, for you, this is going to be a good opportunity. Cancer Ascendant. Now in case of Cancer Ascendant, Sun is crossing your first house to second house. But this is your second lord in Ashlesha Gandanta, which means this can create sudden fear of finances, sudden fear of wealth, and this can cause financial insecurity in the family. What should you do? You should ensure that you are feeling very secured by ensuring that any expenses or any future cost is met. Which also means that if you want to spend money right now in the next 5-6 days, don't. If you can avoid, if you can postpone, do it. Wait for some time, absorb the energies. This can also create the need to spend money on yourself. But I say need. So don't go and spend luxuriously if the money that you're going to spend is a little higher. Also, you might get feedback or restrictions from the family members that might come across as restricting in nature. Respect that, and if you want to put forward your point, put forward in a very humble, respectful manner, because this can create emotional outburst. Leo. For Leo, your Ascendant Lord is in the 12th house, which means that your energies are coming back to your control, but this 12th house Ashlesha Gandanta can create sudden medical expenses. This can trigger emotional insecurities. This can create fear. This can create a lot of dreams, and which you may not be able to understand what you are actually experiencing here. So in this case, my recommendation will be to go slow, take one step at a time, and then chanting Om Adityaya Namaha, listening to Aditya Hridaya Stotra, waking up early in the morning and praying to Bhagwan Ganesh will help you recover from any problem and also remove the obstacles. This can create unnecessary expenses, so stay cautious, especially from online fraud. Virgo. Now in case of Virgo, your 12th lord is in the 11th house but going to the 12th house. It is Sun which will be crossing the Ashlesha Magha Gandanta, and which means you are now surrendering or handing over the power to somebody else. It's a great time to be focused on your internal growth. It's a time of isolation, so you might feel a little lonely at this time. You might also see that your supervisor or your boss or somebody whom you were relying, that power or that pillar of support is fading away. This may create insecurity, this may create trouble, this may trigger trauma. So what you should do? You should focus on consciously absorbing the energy, purifying yourself by doing yoga, eating sattvic, and avoiding late night work if possible for you. Chanting Ganpati mantra, Om Gam Ganpate Namah, will be a very good remedy. Libra. Now in case of Libra, Sun rules your 11th house, and Sun is crossing from the 10th to 11th. It is crossing the Ashlesha Gandanta from your career house. So this can create career related controversies. This can make you a little restless in your career. This can trap you in commitments that you might have given thinking it will benefit you. So in the next few days, from today till the next 21st of August, be careful when you are saying that you can achieve something, you can perform something. When you take responsibilities, ensure you have the bandwidth, ensure that you can actually do it. Otherwise, what will happen, that Sun, which is crossing the Gandanta of Ashlesha Nakshatra, can actually irritate you a lot, can trouble you, can make you feel angry and restless. And This can in turn affect your personality. This can in turn affect your overall, I will say, image in society. People who are in politics, who are public figures, should be careful, because this can create a kind of a situation where you will feel that you are trapped. And in this case, chanting to Bhagwan Ganesh, Om Gam Ganapate Namah, is a very good remedy. Scorpio. Now for Scorpio, Sun rules your 10th house. It rules your power, career, livelihood, personality. And such a Sun is crossing the Gandanta of the 9th house. So this can put you into what you call as Dharam Sankat, crossroads. Out of the two options that might come to you, both will seem right. And in this case, you will have to be very careful, because one wrong mistake and all your image, all your kind of say the name that you have earned can go down. Sun is going to be with Ketu in the 10th house. It's an opportunity where you will feel you are stuck in a current situation and you would want to change. This can make you quit something. Be careful in this case. Career-wise changes are very much possible. And for Scorpio ascendant, praying to Bhagwan Ganesh by chanting Ganapati Stotra, Pranamya Shirasa Devam Gauri Putram Vinayakam. This stotra is going to be very, very helpful. Respect your father. Also observe the health of your father, because that may be of some concern. Sagittarius ascendant will experience a good Saturn Sun transit out of the 8th house to the 9th house. Now this may mean that your Surya is crossing the heat and trying to achieve something that will transform your destiny forever. So around the mid of August, things will move in a way that you will feel that you don't have control. Observe the situation and let it be, ride the wave, but don't try to put your head into everything. Don't try to be distributed everywhere. You need to show your leadership skills. Transformation is bound to happen, and sometimes you might be overwhelmed by the responsibility, but I will say keep moving, because you are about to experience a bigger inner transformation, a soul realignment. In your case, chanting Surya Gayatri mantra and praying to Bhagwan Ganesh by chanting Ganesh Atharva Shirsha and doing Ganapati Homam is recommended. Capricorn. Now in case of Capricorn ascendant, the Sun is ruling your 8th house and it is in the 7th house. It is crossing the 7th house, and when it is in Ashlesha Gandanta, it can create insecurities related to marriage. And this can actually create a kind of a situation where you might say something or you might behave in a certain way with your spouse, with your in-laws, that may hurt the sentiments of people, that may hurt the boundaries of your relatives. Now when Sun is crossing Ashlesha Gandanta, it goes into Magha Gandanta, Magha Nakshatra's first pada, and therefore you might also get help from the people around you. You might have to hear few powerful words from your business partner, life partner, from the stakeholders, and you may have to just absorb it. If you try to show ego, then it won't work. Being humble is the key for the next few days. For Aquarius ascendant, Sun rules your 7th house. When 7th Lord is in the 6th house, this can create disputes in business relations and can create uncontrolled circumstances that can overwhelm you. Situations will not be in your hand. So the recommendation is, Ashlesha means trying to show brilliance. You need to prove a point here, and you will be able to. When Sun is crossing the Ashlesha Magha Gandanta, your energies are getting restored. But you know what will happen? You build castles, but the credit goes to somebody else. That might happen to you in your professional space, in the business space. So in this case, praying to Bhagwan Surya Dev by chanting Aditya Stotra, Om Adityaya Namah, performing Surya Namaskar will not only be good for your health, but will also make you feel bright. Otherwise, Sun Ketu conjunction may trigger Pitradosh and you may feel a little restless and gloomy. And if you are feeling gloomy even after the Sun transit in the Leo, then the recommendation is to talk to an astrologer, senior person, someone who can understand what is happening around you. You need to keep yourself motivated and do not always compare your success with money. Pisces will experience a sun transit across the Gandanta of Ashlesha Magha from 5th to 6th, affecting your children, affecting your gut health, affecting your expression, affecting creativity in your life. You might feel that you're stuck doing the same thing again and again, and even more responsibilities are coming your way, and you may feel that instead of becoming free, you are actually being given more responsibility that is kind of overburdening, overpowering. So in this case, I will say, fulfill your duty, and the more duty bound you feel, the more you treat life as prarabdha, that when you are given something, you have to do it. You are doing it without even thinking whether you feel good or not. More like you are ready to take on the challenge. You will see sun helping you. But the moment you will feel overwhelmed, you are feeling distressed, Sun Ketu in the 6th house can trigger psychological reaction. So in this case, for Pisces, because you are also experiencing Sadasati, meditation, pranayam, Nada Brahma meditation, and balancing the Surya and the Chandra Nadi by Anulom Vilom Pranayam, alternating breathing exercise, and praying to Bhagwan Shiv by chanting Om Namah Shivaya is going to be a very good remedy. Just allow the time for the next 15 days to pass and you will feel good.